Hey everyone, this is another look at Exit Plan, which is the game I've been working on. And I just wanted to talk about a lot of the features that I really should have talked about in the first video. When you're looking at and playing, the same game, it's kind of easy to forget the little details that go into making it so special. I wanted to point out that the stars and the asteroids and these space clouds are all random. They're all randomly generated. It's not, every time you start the game, you're not going to have the asteroids in the same place. Which, even if they were, it wouldn't be such a big deal, but it's a nice little feature because you can keep going and going. You'll have these everywhere. As you saw, I just got rocked pretty hard by one of the advanced baddies that I had talked about in the first video. I'm significantly further in the game. According to the timer, I'm about 15 minutes in, and I've already met quite a few of these guys. They like to charge at you and try to ruin you, and they do a pretty good job of it if you're not careful. One of the coolest things about using vector graphics is what I'm able to do with them. For instance, with these enemies that you're seeing, of course, that they're red and they have the dark red outline. The dark red outline I actually use to show enemy health instead of using a health meter either above their ship or at the top of the screen. And I think it's a very aesthetically pleasing solution. It's really easy to tell, if they're almost dead, you can't see it. You either attack him or, you strategize in your head based on that. And speaking of strategy, I wanted to show off the wave attack a little bit more. That's the attack that goes through all the enemies like a wave of energy. In the first video, I really specialized in the regular shot attack, which is that round circle that goes out. And when you upgrade the round circle, the shot attack, obviously it'll do more damage, and then of course when you upgrade the rate of fire, it just adds one more bullet. With the wave attack, every time you upgrade the damage, the wave gets a little bit bigger, and a little bit bigger. And it's really, you'd be surprised at how often that little bit of size really matters. It'll nick a few more ships, especially later on when there's a lot more of these basic enemies floating about. The mine, which I use all the time just because it doesn't, cost anything as far as resource-wise. Nothing actually costs anything to use, it's just the time. The mine is, which I probably won't showcase, it's really nice to use because it's a really safe attack. Obviously you can upgrade the damage, but the damage also increases the lifespan of the mine. And that's important for when you start upgrading the speed of the mine, because eventually the mine gets bored of waiting and starts looking for something to hit, and it'll actually seek and destroy something, which isn't too effective unless you've upgraded the damage a couple times. On top of those three attacks, though, there's also super weapons, which I don't showcase. And I already have two super weapons in the game. The first one is the turret, and you can create a turret right where your ship's at, and the turret will stay there and have a short lifespan and just utterly wreck anything that's nearby. It'll find something, usually the closest target, and just keep shooting until it's dead. And then if it's still alive, the turret that is, it will find a new target and keep shooting until it's dead. If you keep upgrading the turret, it'll do more damage, it'll last longer, and it'll just be a whole lot more fun. When you buy the other super weapon, the bomb, of course it does exactly what you might expect. It sits there and it goes boom. Because of the shorter duration, so to speak, of the bomb, it does a lot more damage, has a slightly lower cooldown time, and is just, it does a lot of damage. It's very effective against groups of advanced and these regular basic baddies. I do have plans to add the trail super weapon so that it creates something behind your ship when you're moving, and then baddies that fly through it get damaged. And I wanted to add an attack that you could use, throw the asteroid through ships and that sort of thing, because I think that'd be pretty fun. Right now I'm playing through the campaign, and I'm going through, I'm at 19, close to 20 minutes. Right now this demo build that I've been using and working with pretty much encompasses the whole red armada. You can go through and you'll start and learn the basics with the red guys, and then all the way up to a nice boss that's at the moment exceptionally overtuned. Kudos to anyone if you're able to beat him, but he has way too much health right now, because I was trying to balance the super weapons and that sort of thing. But regardless, in the campaign you're going to come across 3 alien armadas, one after another. After you get the red guy down, all of a sudden you're going to have to face a new opponent, which of course would be a different color ships. But each armada is going to have a different theme associated with it, so that the red guys are pretty straightforward, and the next 2 armadas will have completely different strategies and attacks. And this video covered a lot more than the last one, and I hope that you've learned a little bit more about the game